Welcome to the Nerdy Traveler. Today we're going to take you on a walk and explore the area of Moabit. So this will be a long line of areas we're going to explore. We're going to take you through all the boroughs of Berlin one by one video for each. So it's going to take a little time, but we will place them all together. Now we are standing here at the moment at Bellevue Station. It's a good place to start this walk. So if you come along with me, and we will explore what Moabit has to offer, right?
Welcome to the Nerdy Traveler. We are starting today's Berlin journey in a place most people miss, the Buchstabenmuseum. It's a museum entirely dedicated to letters, the kind you find on old storefronts, cinemas, or train stations. Here, typography becomes history. Each sign tells a story of Berlin's past, from the divided city to today. It's quirky, weirdly beautiful, and perfect place to start before diving into the neighborhood of Moabit. Just a short walk from Bellevue Station, tucked beside the Spree, is one of Berlin's sweetest secrets, Konditorei Buchwald. This family-run pastry shop has perfected Baumkuchen, the tree cake, for over 160 years. It's old school in the best way. Chandeliers, lace curtain, and cakes that feel like time travel. And just around the corner from Konditorei Buchwald is Moabiter Brücke, a quiet but charming crossing over the Spree. It's not just a bridge, it's a perfect pause point. This is where the Spree boat cruises often slow down or stop, giving passengers a glimpse of Moabit's hidden side. But look closer. On each corner of the bridge you'll spot 4 stone bears, Berlin's heraldic symbol. They've been standing guard here for over a century, weathered but proud, watching the city flow past. We are walking along the Spree now, heading east from the edge of Levetzostrasse towards the Abion Hotel in Spreeboom. This riverside path gives you more than just a nice view. It gives you a glimpse into what makes Moabit tick. Here things move quietly. Boats glide past, people sit with coffee on benches and face the water. It feels calm, but under that calm is a story of change, labor, and resilience. Moabit has always been a district defined by movement. Surrounded by water on almost all sides, the Spree and several channels, it was once like an island inside Berlin, and for most of its history it was shaped what passed through it: goods, workers, and time. In the 19th and early 20th century, this was Berlin's industrial engine. Factory, warehouses, and docks lined the riverbanks. Railways cut through it. If something needed to be built, packed, or shipped, chances are it came through Moabit. The past in the architecture. Along the Bundesrat Ufer, old brick buildings stand next to newer glass and steel. Some of them have been repurposed, now offices, residents, and studios. But their shape hasn't changed much. They're like the bones of the city that remembers what it used to be. Moabit has always been a place for workers and newcomers, as It's long been home for immigrant, refugees, and Berliners who live outside the spotlight. That mix of cultures and histories gives the area a quiet richness. You don't get grand landmarks here. You get cafes and courtyards, Turkish bakeries, Polish grocery stores, Vietnamese takeaways, and old corner pubs where everybody knows each other's name. The river softens all of it. As we follow it towards Spraybogen, the urban noise fades, replaced by cyclists passing, dogs splashing at the edge of the water, and the low hum of the city doing what it does best, moving forward without making a big deal about it. Soon the Abion Hotels comes into view, a sleek contrast to the working class history behind it. This used to be a milk factory, part of Moabit's industrial lifeblood. Today, it's a riverside hotel with a view, a perfect example of how this neighborhood doesn't erase its past but folds it into something new. But we are not stopping here. Just ahead, Moabit begins to reveal another layer, one that's quieter but deeper. Past the modern glass and manicured landscaping, it stretches a pathway known as Straßen der Erinnerung, the street of memories. That's where we're headed next. We reach the Straßen der Erinnerung, the street of memory, a quiet stretch nestled in Moabit that invites reflection and remembrance. Here, history isn't just remembered, it's made visible. Along the path, you'll find names etched into steel columns, people who stood up against tyranny and injustice during some of Berlin's darkest times. Ordinary men and women whose courage still speaks across the decades. Scattered throughout the memorial are subtle sculptures, stone and metal forms that don't demand attention but quietly hold space for memory and loss. And you'll notice a series of busts honoring some of the most important figures connected to this history. Among them are George Elser, who bravely attempted to assassinate Hitler, Albert Einstein, the brilliant physicist who fled persecution, and Edith Stein, a philosopher and nun who was murdered in Auschwitz. These busts reminds us that resistance and humanity takes many forms, from acts of defiance to the simple dignity of everyday life. This memorial doesn't shout or dazzle, it asks you to pause, to listen, and to remember the real people behind the history, their names, their history, and their bravery. Walking here, you sense that history isn't behind us, it lives on in these streets, in these memories, and in the quiet strength of those who came before. Turmstrasse stood the Moabiter Hospital, founded in 1872 as a quarantine and infectious disease clinic led by the famous Dr. Rudolf Virchow. Over time, it grew into a major city hospital and international reputation. Robert Koch and Paul Ehrlich worked here. During Nazi era, it became a quiet center of resistance, with groups like the European Union meeting here.
And now what we will do is we will go over to Arminiushalle. This is one of the food halls here in Berlin. Most know the Markthalle 9. This was also one of these halles of foods that is now become a Feinschmecker corner, so to say, and it's really into the pride of Moabit. So let's go there. And here we are inside, full of a lot of music, good places to eat. It's an amazing place to be, and they have there a lot of interesting places to eat, to have some food in here. So if you have a chance, then this is definitely a place to go. So we are standing in front of one of the, or not in front, I'm actually sitting on the memorial for Levetzow Synagogue. Synagogue here is was a place that was well, the Nazis used it as a collection camp for the Jews here in the area. They also transported them, and this they have done. This they have shown with this memorial, so to say. So this is why here is placed a pair of train rails, and where I'm sitting near a very big carriage, which I will show you in just a moment. And the synagogue was one of the biggest in Berlin. This got bombed seriously under the Second World War, and now has become something completely different. They couldn't save it after the Second World War. They tore it down and removed it, and instead of the death and destruction that Second World War gave, it is now a place of laughter, children's laughter, and a playground, which is an amazing symbolic gesture from the people. It is now time to go for a little brunch. We are going to one of my special places here in Moabit.
Here's the menu of Bistro Jonas. We ordered scrambled egg with cheese and tomato, toast with eggs and bacon, a small cheese breakfast, and a French breakfast. And here finally the bill.
So this was the bill and the food. It was super delicious. We enjoyed it. This is a place that is a must if you want to experience a true Berliner brunch place. Price was okay.
Close this with Berlin's shortest avenue. To Schnellder Allee, just 16 meters long, but still an official street. A fun little detail to end a place full of depth and contrast. And if you enjoyed this thoughtful travel with a deeper look, then like, comment, and share this video and make sure to subscribe to The Nerdy Traveler for more. Stay curious, stay kind, and keep exploring.